In this episode of Automation Minute, I want to talk about a question I got from Ben over at theautomationblog.com. Now, he commented on an article I written on about having multiple ControlLogix controllers controlling the same I/O. I'll put a link to that original article in the description. But basically, he wasn't asking about that. He was asking about, hey, can I have multiple controllers in the same chassis and get them to talk to each other? He says, I don't see anything in Studio 5000, Logix 5000 that enables that. Now, we do cover this in depth in my PAC Basics ControlLogix course. And I think we've covered it a little bit here on my video series and my blogs. But basically, yeah, since day one, like going all the way back to 1999, since day one, the L1, the original L1, 5550, yes, you can put as many controllers in the chassis as you have power for. And of course, you'll probably want a network card, maybe Ethernet. But yeah, put as many as you want and they can talk to each other, either produce, consume, or messages. There's no big deal. Now, does that show up in Studio 5000 anywhere? No. You're going to use either a message block or you're going to do produce, consume. Now, for the most part, and I go over this in gory details in my course, you do typically add the other controllers to your I/O tree, just so it makes it easier to pick them when you're doing your message or produce, consume. But you don't have to. I've even been on sites where they had a new controller. They wanted to talk to an old, version 10 L1, and they couldn't touch that L1 program because they were very afraid of disturbing it because it was so ancient. And yeah, we just put in the path the long way. And yeah, we were able to read from it, no problems. But in the same chassis, it's so much easier because you're really only saying, hey, go out the back plane and go to this slot number. So absolutely no problems. You can have as many ControlLogix controllers in the chassis as you have power for. It's very easy to get them to talk to each other. I don't know of any way, like I don't know if Control Architect, I forget what they call it, but I've never used it. So in Studio 5000, I don't know of any other way when you put the other PLCs in the I/O tree, they really just sit in there as a target for you to choose in your message instruction. There's really no way inside of Studio 5000 that I know of to kind of interlink everything and show it visually and all that. But if you do know a way, let me know. I'd love to have those guys. I do have the Logix guys coming on the podcast soon. So if they cover that, we'll definitely talk about it. Maybe I get the Control Architect on or Logix Architect on to talk about that. But I've never used it, so we'll have to see if they can bring us up to speed on it. But with that, I hope that was helpful. Again, the link to this Q&A is in the description. And if you have additional questions, you can always just post it right there. With that said, I want to wish you all a very safe, happy, and healthy week. And until next time, peace.